The China-Hong Kong-based jewelers have been on a bit of a tear lately, showing enormous gains in revenue and profit in the fiscal year ending March 31st. Luk Fook Holdings said in a note to the stock exchange that it expects to report a profit increase of 80 to 90% for the year when it reports on June 25th. And Chow Tai Fook reported revenue rose 5% to 94.4 billion Hong Kong dollars, which is around 12 billion US, while profit jumped 52% to a record 9.1 billion Hong Kong, which is about 1.2 billion US dollars. Pretty impressive numbers, but wasn't the jewelry market in China supposed to be weak? China accounted for 80% of Chow Tai Fook's revenue, with sales there up 2% for the year, while Hong Kong and Macau, with a 20% share, grew 19%. So is this the Chinese recovery that we've all been hoping for? Well, this is very much a gold story. Remember, the gold price surged 60% in 2025 before a pullback in Q1 2026. Revenue was seemingly driven by that. Higher prices built into both Chow Tai Fook's fixed price gold jewelry, which to my understanding is more design driven, and gold jewelry sold by weight, which was the company's biggest revenue earner and growth driver. And gem set jewelry increased as well, so positive numbers overall. But that revenue growth is very much about price rather than an uptick in demand. In fact, gold jewelry demand in China by volume declined by 25% in 2025, according to the World Gold Council, and by 32% year on year in the first quarter. Meanwhile, Chow Tai Fook said its momentum continued in April and May, with double-digit same-store sales growth in both China and Hong Kong, Macau. But remember, we're still comparing it to sales when gold prices were considerably lower last year. So we'll see if that continues. We'll see growth until we don't, I guess. At some point, the comparisons are going to be much higher and much more challenging to beat. This volatile geopolitical and commodities environment is very difficult to navigate. For now, though, it's been a good ride for Chow Tai Fook. One talking point to highlight from Chow Tai Fook's annual report is its new positioning in China's luxury market. The company unveiled its first high jewelry collection in June last year, carrying a distinct Chinese aesthetic. And remember, Chow Tai Fook also owns Heart on Fire, which is expanding its presence in Asia and just went through a successful rebranding, positioning it as a premium jewelry brand in the United States. I think this pivot toward luxury is smart by Chow Tai Fook, and another example of a major jeweler trying to elevate its profile toward that robust high-end segment. That's your Diamond Minute. I'm Avi Kravitz. I'll see you next time.